Yo, crypto nation and mining family, what's going on? What's going on? I know, 2 times in a row in a week. Holy shit, I'm live again. Yo, I'm trying to get back to that regularly scheduled programming. So I hope you guys are ready to have more content being ramped up on here. Now that I've got some extra time. Woo. I got a little bit of the siding left to do, trying to get my house in order so that whenever the mining facility gets up and going and, it's time to sell this place and move down there. I want to make sure everything is ready for that moment to happen whenever it may be. Like I told the wife, I'm like, 2 years. I want to be down there within 2 years. That is the goal. Got to have goals, man. That is what it is all about. Man, I hope everybody's getting this. It looked like whenever I went into YouTube Studio, it looked weird. Like didn't have all my data there and stuff. So I do hope it is streaming. I'm gonna go here and check my own personal channel here. So yeah, it does show me live. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. All that good stuff. So while we're waiting for people to roll in, I gotta kind of figure out when you guys prefer me to go live. I'm just kind of grabbing some data. If you guys want, it's like make comments and even after the video, like let me know when a good time for you guys. When would you like me to prefer me to do my live streaming? So yeah, let me know in the comments or in the comments down below, or if you're here live, definitely put it into the Chizzity chat. Of course, I do not see anybody here. If you are, you're not smashing that Lizzie like button. Oh, you like that one? That was a good one. That was a good one. Definitely, if you're new here, smash that smash the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Hey, I see somebody watching finally. Yo, welcome to the person that just popped on in. I don't know if you just caught it or not, but let me know if you want like me to do my live streams later on. You like the the early mid afternoon. You like the late afternoon, evening time. What up, MC? I'm trying to get a feel of when you guys would like me to do my live stream. So you guys can kind of let me know when the timing is right for you. If you like this timing, cool. What's up, first time 13? What up, Bedell? Dropping in the FA. Because you all are fucking awesome. That's what's up. So, as we're waiting for people to roll on in, watching from Italy. Yo, that is awesome, my man. That is very cool. Oh, of course, somebody's gonna try calling me right in the middle of streaming. It's like, no calls, no. I have to silence you. I do not know anybody from Columbia, Montana. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. So as we're waiting for people to roll on in, we could sit here and just kind of flip over and take a look at some charting. Something you rarely see this guy ever do. But this is, I'm not like gonna tell you. I'm not gonna be as pinpoint like Jay from DCA Adventure. Oh, but the way that I do my charting is I do long-term market movements. And this is Bitcoin here. And as you can see, I put in this line here. You know, it's like everybody always has these charts, and they're like, I put this line down. It's important. Um, the way that I look at it is, you're looking for trends. When you see somebody doing any kind of showing charts, you're looking for a trend. And when you're looking for that trend, you're just you're never going to be able to guess your market peaks or your market bottoms. All you can do is try to accumulate as much data and try to tell you where it should kind of run at all times. You're just the biggest thing is you want that baseline. And that's basically how I look at the market. Is I look at it from the baseline. Are we above the baseline, or are we below the baseline? And this chart represents it pretty well. So anytime you got a brand new market, you have to wait for market discovery. As market discovery hits, you actually see it hit that market medium. So this would be like the median line of the market. You see it hit it very early and then kind of fizzled out because there was no real market discovery yet. Up until about end of 2017, you saw the first market discovery. This is the first time the market had ever really kind of tried to figure out what the hell is Bitcoin and what the hell the price is. It kind of saw a little bit, a lot of speculation, big drawback. This is when I get into it. So as I got into it, I put this median line down. I'm like, this is where Bitcoin should trade. You see it come back up in 2019, try to smack the line. I'm like, nope, it's not going to do it. We kept on riding into what you would call a bear market. Then it came into the bubble territory. Here we are again. You know, we are way above into this bubble territory, but we're riding on the median line right now. So right now, I feel this to me is like market support. We trickled down below it as we came down. That's normal. And then we've been just kind of oscillating right around the median line. I like this. It just shows a little bit of market maturity. $5 in case you missed the ad. Everybody hit that thumbs up. Yeah, that's right. Hit that thumbs up. Tech man, what up? So watching seeing it that we are seeing this really nice healthy market oscillation here. We're not in oversold territory, which would be down here, and we're not into the overbought territory like we have been through the last couple of little peak cycles here. Where we have been just oversold. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do, but I'll tell you what I did. It got up here, I took profits. Why? Because I knew it. It's like it's hanging in dangerous territory. Anytime you break into here, it's danger zone. And as the market gets, starts pricing in higher and higher, these swings won't be as high of dollar amount, but it'll still show these peaks and valleys. It just won't be, $10,000, $20,000 swings in the future, hopefully, as long as it's not in the speculative market forever. But it's like with the Bitcoin market, this shows nice, good stability to me. But as far as everybody looking into, what to mine next, right? It's like everybody's been looking at, how Ethereum is, what it's been doing in relationship to it moving to proof of stake, and us miners going to be getting booted off the network. They've been, with this drawback with Bitcoin, it has been having a pullback in dollar appreciation of the coin. And that's been affecting all markets. So again, I'm not really worried about it. The only thing that I'm kind of curious to see moving forward is those who keep their coin locked into Ethereum, because it will be locked. You will not be able to off-ramp your ETH 2.0 anywhere. Yeah, so you're basically gonna be stuck like Chuck with your Ethereum, whether you stake it or not. It is going to be stuck. You know, it's like you might be able to trade it between, wallet to wallet on a purse for people, but you're not going to be able to move in or out of the market very well, until I think their Shanghai protocol. It's like, oh my god. So me personally, I've been incrementally getting rid of my Ethereum, for that busy Bitcoin. I'm not really too worried about pricing on all of this. Pricing the mine, most people, if you've been mining in the last year, you've been, per almost any price point, you could have been mining very profitably. So as long as you put it a little bit into, you skim off a little bit of profits here and there while you're mining, it's not so, this market turn down isn't so bad. So yeah, not financial advice, but I always take profits on the pump and I always buy back at the dump. I mean, these are like one of those blonde moments. Duh. I'm the smartest trader ever. I sell high and buy low. It never fails. It's just a matter of being able to see when it looks like you're in oversold or overbought territory. Not that you're going to pick the absolute top or the absolute bottom. Those are lottery winners. If you're a lottery winner, I mean, not saying you can't do it, but that's fucking winning the lottery. Fucking if you can catch a falling knife. So anywhere near the top, if I could take profit just close to the top, did I fucking peg the perfect top? No. I think it had a little bit more leg up. Oh yeah. I got a little emotional on that before I took profit. It dropped back like $5,000 before I took a little profit, but I was still close enough to the top. To me, that's a win. You don't have to be perfect tops, perfect bottoms if you're trading back into fiat or directly into that sweet busy Bitcoin, and put it into your long-term HODL wallet. So yeah, and everybody's now going to be looking at Ethereum, because there's a lot of ASICs being made for the ETH hash and ETC hash, which both of those are practically the fucking same. So it's not that hard. I've had my E3s on ETC since it went over the 4 gigabyte DAG limit. So if you don't think ASICs are on ETC already, you are sadly mistaken. So we're going to watch the entire ASIC market go to whatever coin is going to support all the ASICs. And you got to remember, there's new ASICs coming out. So as new ASICs come out, you're going to have an expected rate of return for people who are currently investing into these said ASICs. Which whatever coin they park it on is going to see a downward pressure in price action, because they're going to be selling into whatever their local currency is in order to pay for all the infrastructure that they just put in, which is going to be normal. You're going to have building, you're going to have electricity, all this stuff that's going to put a downward pressure on it, that Ethereum was able to support as is. So we'll see how ETC is going to handle up to this one, considering that, I mean, here's the ETC chart. And you guys know I don't look at charts too often, but whenever I see a big market event about to happen, I start looking at price actions. So since we've been getting a little closer to the event happening, we've seen a little run up on there, because here is your speculative traders coming in. And then here is some of the ASICs coming on board right here. So, and that's exactly what you're seeing here very early on, is speculation coming in. Maybe some market trade, some plebs like us, getting involved into this. And then here comes the ASICs. And, now it's kind of stabilized out because it was a very, very small amount of ASICs that just came on board. Okay, this is a very small little blip here that's giving you a downward sell pressure from $44 USD to about $33.34 USD. So with this price movement here, this was just a small market of ASICs coming on board that put a small little downward selling pressure on ETC. There's more to come, guys. ETC is not gonna be your salvation. All right, it's gonna be more or less you're gonna be looking for good projects that have some legs to stand on. What does ETC really have to offer other than being the original chain of Ethereum? Not much. All the developers went to Ethereum and walked away from the original chain. They followed Vitalik Buterin, where some of the core devs stayed with ETC because the whole argument of the whole DAO hack that had happened wasn't Ethereum's fault. That was the DAO with their bad contract code being written. So you have that controversy over there. But with that being put aside, not too many of the developers really stayed to work on Ethereum Classic. So yes, it is Ethereum, and under the hood, that is Ethereum in every way, shape, or form. But it would take Ethereum's project going to proof of stake to fail, and then everybody that has been working on Ethereum, they're going to be able to pipe right over to Ethereum Classic with almost zero changes to what they've done. So they'll be able to do damn near copy pasta, and here we come, and all the value that was on Ethereum walks over to Ethereum Classic. Maybe some of it goes to Cardano, but I think a bulk of it would go over to ETC. So unless Ethereum really crashes and burns with this whole thing, and I don't mind them having a glitch or two here and there, trying to do something new, jump starting a new protocol consensus model on there. They really get one chance at this. If they screw the pooch on this, Ethereum Class is gonna take over. That's my opinion, but it might not even happen like that. It's like maybe all that's been built on there, they just stay with it, except for a small handful going, "Yep, nope, I'm done," and they walk over to either Cardano or Ethereum Classic. Depending on how they want to pipe over moving forward with their project, or does that push them into making their own consensus layer for themselves and actually making their own standalone project. So the only thing cool about ETC is it's easy to liquidate. Yeah. Oh yeah, my E3s are 4 gigabyte DAG limit. So whenever it went over to 4 gigabyte DAG limit, my E3s have been on there. So fun stuff. But I don't know if ETC can actually handle the influx of, let's say, even 500 terahash coming on board onto them. I think that would be enough to probably just wreck the coin. You'd probably be lucky if that was a $10 coin afterwards. Lucky. And the difficulty would shoot up through the roof. So for your $10 worth of Ethereum Classic that you might get your hands on, it'd take you all a month to get it. That's not really sustainable for a lot of larger farms or even larger home miners. Somebody who's got 30 amps worth, 30 amps at 220. So you're talking, a little garden variety in your in a bedroom or in a garage, it might not be sustainable for them. Electric to the amount of Ethereum to Bitcoin that you're going to get your hands on. But yeah. So I'm not really sure where everybody's going to be able to park their hash rate. Don't be discouraged if you sit there and you're like, you know what? For right now, I'm going to turn my rigs off until the market settles out. Don't be discouraged if that's you in this case. Even it's like, and if anybody knows Bits Be Trippin', during the 2018 crash, he turned his farm off. He had too high of an electric bill. It's like, it's not worth mining in the ground at a loss. He's like, it's better to cut my loss, save the money that I would have normally have spent, and, basically fight, hash another day. Those who are smart enough to make strategic strategies like that are the ones that survive long term. I don't care where your farm is located. If you're farming with other people and your little co-op farm, like the Family Mine LLC, I'm just saying, you can be part of that, good stuff over there if you wanted to host your rigs there. And I know Kunda Bits, I forget where he's from, but he had said that he's like, I wish that, you guys would take international customers. Bro, pay us in Bitcoin, bro. We could take you. That's all that is. You're gonna pay shipping. It's like and there's ways of doing things that me and Mikkel have found good ways to get things into the country, all that good stuff, ways to list it, everything up above board, so with that being said, if you guys are overseas, just contact me or Mikkel directly. If you're wanting to host with us, once we open up our doors officially to the public, but we're going to be opening it up to the VIP people, which will be either in the DCA Your Mining Patreon, which would be DCA Adventures Patreon, in the DCA Your Mining tier, or in my personal Patreon, links down below. I don't think I had the link to the DCA one, but you can choose either one or the other, and you get VIP access, early access, of course. I'll shill this shit. I'll shill it. It's my own shit, dude. It's my business, my personal business. With my home doge, Mikhail. Yo. So yeah. I happened to see Kundabits' comment, and I had to comment back to him. It's like, we'll take your stuff. Just pay us some Bitcoin, and we're good to go, bro. No problem. So let's move on. So if you're in Pakistan, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I watch a few videos from Pakistan. I'm a mechanic, and it fucking is wild to see these Pakistani diesel mechanics stripping engines apart, sitting on dirt. Not a single torque wrench, not a single gear. Dude, they're using makeshift made, they look like T-handled fucking tire irons, dude. They're all fucking some of them are kind of speed handle-ish, but bro, they're basically fucking breaker bars is what they're using to play mechanic with, and I'm like, I can't stop watching this. And you just see them tighten shit down, and then they're like making sure it still moves, and I'm like, I guess that works. I've never seen this before. This is wild. Um, so yeah, it was really wild, but it seems that I'm for going crazy on cam, huh? Yeah, the gunsmiths are nuts, bro. Yeah. So it looks like they're doing the similar thing that they did in the United States here with insurance. So they started, insurance companies started giving you insurance based on horsepower. Now they're going to give taxation due to how many memory modules you have, dude. It's like, oh my God. So in Pakistan, when somebody buys a graphics card, there's a sale and income tax are added around 36% in total. Yes, you heard me say it. Sales and income tax. They know that people are going to buy these GPUs and they're going to fucking mine on them. They know it already. Oh my God. Tell me that you're not taxing a miner without telling me you're taxing a miner. And here it is. This is what mining tax looks like before you even buy the shit. Yeah, first time. Wow. And they're doing it based on how much memory is there. So the more memory you buy, the more it's going to cost. So here's the breakdown from the Pakistani government. 4 gigabytes is $65 USD tax. 6 gigabytes is $98. 8 gigabytes is $196. 10 gigabytes is $262 in tax. 12 gigabytes is an additional $328 in tax. Holy fuck, that is robbery right there at 12 gigabytes. 16 gigabytes, 468, and if you have the 24 gigabytes, $540 USD. You're getting taxed just because you're buying a 3090 or 3090 Ti. Let that sink in. Yes, MC, Robin then. It's like, holy cow. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, the green screen on my yellow. It's got yellow on my shirt. It's like, dang, only the Taliban can afford that. They don't make that much in 2 months. You know it, dude. This is a rich tax. And it's not a tax going to the graphics card company. No. It's a tax going to the people. It's the same tax I was getting because I was buying ASICs from China. But the thing is that I was getting charged 28% tax. That was the duty tax that I had to pay in order to get something get shipped into the country. It's 28% duty tax. That meant that $2,000 was going to cost me about $340 in taxation just to purchase something that was $2,000. Oh, the Cammy girl. Oh, girl. This is like an absolute robbery at that point. This is like, and it's not like their country is doing that good. It's like so I went and Googled this, right? It's like 217 Pakistani rupee to $1 American dollar. It's like, good God. There's no way that somebody can afford this. This is robbery right here. I mean, I cannot imagine. Labor is cheap in Pakistan. I used to work with a group of Pakistans whenever I worked at CarX, or not Car, Miteki. It was the Mighty little oil shop that I worked at. We did brakes, oil changes, tune-ups, exhaust work, easy stuff that's in and out of the shop real fast. Group of Pakistans. And they were sitting there telling me about, what they were making and the earning potential they had out here versus back there. And I was like, wow. But the, cost of living is also a little cheaper out there too. So, I mean, there's a give and take relationship with that. But this is a rich tax. So you're not allowed, you're not allowed to be a pure gamer in Pakistan without getting a income tax. That's just the government telling you, okay, sir, go ahead and buy this graphics card, but you better mine on it. It's like, that's basically what they just stated. It's like, if you're going to charge me an income tax on it, that means you expect me to earn money with this graphics card. So that's you telling me you better mine on it. Brought to you by the Pakistani government. You better mine on it. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I would wonder because, like 91, 92, somewhere right around. I mean, not 91. 2001, 2002, somewhere right around there. Me and my wife, we went down to Jamaica, and it was 50 to it was like 49 and some change to one Jamaican dollars to every one American dollar. And man, let me tell you, $20 went a long way for the day. You can go all over the little island for $20 and have a great time. I'm just saying. It's a third world country, but still, and to update everybody with my Intel, my A380 ARC, still have not found a miner that supports it quite yet. Of course, I'm not surprised. But whenever I ended the stream yesterday, I continued downloading a few other games on there and playing some other games, and the Intel A380 card, let me tell you, it'll play a DX11 game, but the graphics is glitchy, so it won't render everything. So if it tries to render a car, it won't render the tire. I wish I would have recorded some of what I was seeing. I mean, the gameplay was fine. It was just it didn't render everything in load up screens and stuff like that. You're like, oh, it's missing that. There's no tire. It's only on 2 tires. Oh, that's funny. Some of the some of the spots was kind of like a basic gray. It didn't render the texture in there. And you're like, there's another goof up. But you're still able to play the game. You could just definitely tell. And then Age of Empires being DX9. That was unplayable, period. There was no support. And it's not like I didn't have it. And, I had it in all top gen stuff. So it's not that, it was all AMD. Granted, it was all AMD. But it shouldn't have made any difference. It was still, best, PCIe Gen 4, whatnot. It's everything was of the best quality in there. Did I have the fastest RAM on the planet in there? No, but it was still running at 2666 megatransfers per second. Cannot go wrong with that. That is plenty performance. You are not going to see a huge jump going to 3,200 mega transfers per second from 2666. Hey, if I was running, DDR 3 RAM and then upgraded, yeah, sure, I'm going to see a huge jump in performance, but not in a small little, nominal bump in mega transfers per second, unless you're putting it under heavy load. Games are not going to do that. So, game wise, this thing had the best of the best quality for everything. Hey, what's up, New England Crypto? Cool. No, it is 6 gigabytes of GDDR6, not 6X on the A380. It's a decent little card, but it's like it struggles to do 4K. It's not. I mean, it won't do 4K. Period. It's a 1080p card. Period. 1080p is where it's gonna live life. Especially with the card only having I think it's like a 91, 92-bit bus width on there. It's like a really small memory bus on there. So you're not even using the memory to the fullest potential on there. Core is really dummied down on it. It's got a really generic style cooler on there, kind of reminiscent of like Intel's like basic cooler that they've used for last couple of decades. No, I have not gone and grabbed that yet, TechMan. That's what I was going to be looking at next, is to see about going into CG Miner and going back when CG Miner still supported GPUs, and see if they've got a basic enough of a GPU driver that it didn't matter what GPU was in there, as long as it was an interface device, that it would work. Maybe it might hold a driver that Intel can basically operate off of. We'll have to see about that. I'm not going to hold my breath, but it's always worth a shot. So I will be definitely going through the archives on CG Miner. But I was like trying to look through, the typical culprits, some of the multi-miners from back in the day and stuff. Seeing which one would have the best support for it. But yeah, that one guy, ours. What up? And then getting on to the next thing with Intel coming out. They are coming out with I believe they were putting the GPU side of it a little on hold as they thumb through the fixes for the drivers. And they've ramped back up into looking at the data center solution. So this is their data center Arctic Sound M GPU Flex Series data center card. So this one would be their high compute count card. Almost like the Titan class, the A10 class of NVIDIA's data center solutions. I believe that's the one that they pit this up against, is the A10. I could be wrong, but I believe it was the A10. I think it said it somewhere here. But 10 cards in a 4U configuration, supports 360 streams at 1080p at 60 transcode at 1080p 60 frames a second transcode throughput. So that's actually pretty wild. Which, if they actually, Flex Series 140 GPU compared to NVIDIA A10. So that's what they're going to be comparing this to, is the NVIDIA A10 data center solution. Definitely not like their Tesla class high end, like the A100, A200. and so on and so forth, out of their newer class data center solution cards that they came out with. So I'd be interested if they finally like had a fucking miner that would work with these cards. And all these places are sitting there going, "Oh, Intel figured out how to stop mining," and it's like, no, that's not technically true either. They didn't stop anybody from mining on their equipment in any way, shape, or form. They basically came out with a card that nobody's messed with. So people need to get their hands on it and be a monetary incentive to code that in. Just like the LHR cards were, it was a high incentive to get those up and going and working, because it would give the developers a bigger 1% share for their cut for you running their software. So they're monetarily incentivized to get this going. So if these Intel cards don't hash enough for the 1% to be worth it to them, then no, they'll never code it in there. Don't hold your breath. Don't waste your money on the card for straight up mining. Now, I grabbed it not just for solely mining, but I wanted to actually, it's the first time that Intel has made a discrete graphics card in decades. Of course I'm going to grab it, because if they don't ever do this again, I've at least got a very rare card. So it becomes a collector piece that I got to test out. And I will keep it in its felt-lined box. But this would be interesting to utilize with in a server case if they ever made an actual miner for this that would accept this. As you see, there is no fan built into this, so you either got to put a blower style fan on the end of this, which most cards have provisions for doing so for testing purposes, or you put these into a very tight server case that sandwiches these pretty much very close together, and you got high delta fans, high speed delta fans ramming air through these things. Otherwise, you're just going to burn these up. I've got what the hell is it? It's A80 or something like that. An NVIDIA. It's an old school data card, or K80. That's what it is. It's a K80 with 24 gigabytes of GDDR3 memory in there. It's a garbage card. It really is. Uses more power than what it's fucking worth. But for the AI development that it was geared up for, it was perfect. That's pretty much what these Flex Series GPUs are from Intel are going to be also. But they're going to have a lot of the components for the VGA core itself as the ARC, like the A3880 for the Alchemist, the Battle Mage, and etc. For the different class GPUs that they're going to be coming out with. But they definitely need to get their drivers better set up. It was a horrible experience trying to download those drivers on there. I get it. What they were trying to do is make a lightweight driver that would get you up and going immediately, quickly. But in order to get all the functionality, you had to still spend extra time not only figuring out why something didn't work, just to find out that not all of it got downloaded, and you needed to go back to Intel because there was no direct function to update from your interface on your PC. I don't like that provision in there. AMD and NVIDIA have smoothed that aspect out a long time ago. So yes, they it's like I knew Intel was going to have a few hiccups in there, but they need some more refining. It looks like they didn't spend enough money in research and development from the way that it feels to make everything work properly. But that's just me looking at it from my point of view. So take it for what it is. And then we have leaks. We have leaks at Baidu, as spotted by Horakazi 5719. We have leaked images. I love this stuff, which shows the 4090 model has been in production since August 16th, guys. Woo! So we got 4090s that are going to be seen here soon. Hopefully they'll be here for Christmas time. That's where if I was going to make a launch, I'd do it for Christmas. Make sure I got enough inventory built up before the Christmas demand comes out. So I wouldn't be sitting there telling people any specific date that I would be launching anything. But I would be trying to do full out production on this, as many units as humanly possible. This way I had a great stockpile for my FE editions and for all the AIB partners, plus being able to have a little bit of time to be able to bin them for the TI editions, and or being able to bin them for like the Kingpin editions, right? So we'll have to see how they're going to do this launch. Hopefully it will be better than the Intel launch or the launches of the pandemic of, you see one card in one state, and you'd swear to God that's all you would see is, oh, here's 13080, and you got 900 people willing to pay whatever you say. It's like, oh my God, it was the craziest thing trying to build out a farm with GPUs being on a scavenger hunt. And 90% of the time the scavenger hunt was very unsuccessful. So what does this mean for us miners moving forward that are into the GPU mining? This means you might want to hold off on some hardware. You will see people who are the enthusiast line. They're going to sell off their 3090 and their 3090 Ti. They're going to be looking at the 4090s now. You'll have those waiting for the 4090 Ti to come out now. So you'll have those group subsect of people looking forward at the next generation. You will see the interest kind of drop off of the 3000 series GPUs. Same thing with the 6000 series GPUs for AMD, as the 7000 series comes out for AMD too. So if NVIDIA is going to be swinging a new GPU out, AMD is going to swing one out too. So we will be seeing next generation hardware coming up. I'm suspecting it'll be by the end of the year, which is not a bad thing. But I'll be right back. I have a visitor. No problem, man. It's like I'm wondering, TechMan, I'm wondering if NVIDIA goes super douche and applies LHR across all 4000 series. I don't think they will. As they see how quickly there was a workaround on it, and now with Ethereum going to proof of stake, I think they believe that the mining craze will die down a lot, and I believe that too. I am a believer in the GPU mining industry. I believe that these smaller proof of work coins, that's going to be the home for the at-home GPU miner. GPU mining will be primarily for the at-home user. It is not in an industrial way of good security. I believe some of these bigger GPU farms will start to kind of transition into ASIC farms. Otherwise, you will, unless there's another coin that pops up that can support the elevated hash rate, of big mining GPU style farms. As of right now, I do not believe any coin will support them long term. I think now is the time for the big GPU mining farms that they're going to be either turning their stuff off and selling, or they're going to be turning their stuff off as they transition into ASIC mining farms. Take, for instance, Bitsby Trippin. He is now getting into Bitcoin mining. And you know that from the early days, if you guys have been watching Mr. Carter for a long time, the OG of mining, you know that he was never a huge fan of Bitcoin mining. Well, not so much Bitcoin mining, but ASIC mining in general, because of the finite use case of the hardware and the fact that it is in an industrial game of you got to have the right power, and you have to always be willing to rotate your inventory in and out for your hardware to make sure that you are as competitive as humanly possible with any kind of resources you have. So that it's like it really leaves a lot of the mining left for the at-home miner. So for at least the GPU side of it. Will that mean that you are more profitable at some point in time? No. Because you're going to be talking about smaller cap coins, smaller markets. If anything that's big, that pops off, you're going to have the monetary incentivization of somebody creating an FPGA bit stream for it. And once an FPGA bit stream is made for it, ASICs are around the corner. It's just a matter of how much money is the developer going to make in the process of selling you the shovel and the pickaxe. The risk to reward relationship. He's putting the developer's putting the risk that he's developing it, not knowing it's going to particularly sell. But boy, if it sells, woo! And they don't want to get burned, so they got to make sure it's a sure thing. So they're not going to do it until there's somebody out there putting a big enough order out that it commands it. No workaround for the 4000 series if they have LHR. I don't believe so. There's really no way to... You can't hardware lock it. Because it would negatively impact games if you try to hardware lock something. So everything you're doing is going to be software lock. And anything that's software lock can be hacked. It's just coding at that point. And it's like giving a coder you can't do this. It's just giving them a challenge, and you're going to have at least a small group of them doing it just because you said that it can't be done. And they'll be like, oh yeah? Okay, I got it. I'm going to release it. Oh, you don't think I got it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and release it to the public. And that's pretty much what you saw happening at the beginning of the LHR unlocking. You saw it being people like making counterfeit viruses trying to get you to sucker you into downloading it onto your PC so it can wreak some havoc on you. And it was basically shadier groups that were riding on the coattail of the people that were basically cracking the code for it. And you see how it took them a few months to get it, and that'll be the same thing if they do anything similar for the 4000 series, in my opinion. I don't think that there's anything they could do to stop it, especially if it is a core-centric algorithm on top of it. Now we're talking about, we don't even care about your memory module. We're just going to hit your compute units. There's no way that any software is going to be able to stop it because of the fact that it's going to hit it like it's an AI development. So that's just my opinion on it. I could be wrong. I'm not a coder. There are many things that I don't know, but that would be my logical opinion on it. If that's the only thing I can say, is it's my opinion. Not that it's fact or anything. I could be way off basis. I could be ignorant that they could put some kind of hardware lockdown that I'm unaware of. I'm no hardware engineer. I know how to repair a lot of it. I know how to test it, but I don't know how to develop it. So, I could be wrong in every way, shape, or form. Talking about things being wrong in every way, shape, or form, I hope nobody here is into Celsius, as New York judge allows Celsius to mine to sell Bitcoin. They approved their request to be able to continue mining on the Celsius Bitcoin mine, as they are filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. People have a misunderstanding of what this means for them. It is really kind of, I feel bad for a lot of people that are like, that started pouring money in, going, short squeeze on Celsius. This was not the direction that you needed to go. This was not a Wall Street's bet moment, guys. So I hope nobody had YOLO'd in with any of this stuff, because you as a Celsius token holder are about to get rizzity wrecked. So Simon Dixon, who he was in an advisor for Celsius Network for Mashinsky. And he said that they would run out of money and solutions and would need to be acted faster. He was being told that, you don't understand a Chapter 11. It's like, yeah, no, you don't understand what a Chapter 11 is doing. It's basically ceasing operations. And they've got to basically figure out how they can come up with all the capital to pay their accredited investors, people who are stakeholders in the company. You as a token holder are not a stakeholder in the company. You are a stakeholder in the token, not the company. From that point, if you are a token holder, you are basically a debt. And you file you file bankruptcy to get you out of debt, not out of your investors' pockets. So they are going to sit there, and anybody who is a actual investor, they're going to see whatever they can get out of them. And if there's anything left, you as a Celsius stakeholder on the token side maybe might get something, but they're mining basically to pay back somebody like Simon Dixon, who has lost millions of dollars from Celsius Network because of this. And he promoted the shit out of this. And this is Celsius Network directly. They're owned today alongside Unsecured Creditors Committee, which unsecured creditors, that is anybody who's holding their token, made up of primarily customers, the U.S. trustee, and the number of other key parties. We participated in the second day hearings where we continued to dialogue around Celsius's efforts to maximize value for our community. Basically, it's if you as a customer get anything, count your lucky stars if you can walk away with 1% of what you had in there. It's like me. I know Mikkel had said it. He pulled his stuff out 6 months ago. Mashinsky sat there and said that if they had to declare bankruptcy at any point in time, that all funds would be frozen. That was him trying to warn people, hey, look, you need to get your stuff out of here. You're not going to have a good time. So Mashinsky tried to encode, tell people to pull your funds out of Celsius. Anybody who left it in after that point, you were playing with fire. And I think he knew he was past the point of return, that if the market turned down, that everybody would be fucked. So the man who created voice over IP was not a good market trader. You cannot sit there and give APY on Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't give APY. You got to be able to pull it from somewhere. Either you're going to be market trading, or you're going to be charging interest on loans. If you're going to be charging interest on loans, it means that you're a bank. If you're a bank, yo, Chump Change, my man, what's up? So if they're going to be sitting there running it as a bank, that means that they needed to be fully disclosed, FDIC insured, all that good stuff. But they are not registered as a bank, which means that they were a market trader, market maker, and you were getting interest, not interest. You were getting a basically a payout of their gambling of your coin. I had always questioned where they were getting their payouts from. And then whenever I started finding out that they were doing a little bit of market trading and stuff like that, I was like, oh, this is bad news bear. Bad news bear. And I got a lot of shit from people going, oh, no, man, Celsius is good, man. No. I'm like, bro, there's no way that they're going to be able to give you payouts from nowhere. They have to be getting it from something, and it's got to be sustainable long term, even through a downed market. If they were going to be if they played bank and had loans, they would have been fine, but they didn't. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how how Celsius is going to try to dig their way out of it, because they're approved to be able to mine their way out of it right now. So it'd be very interesting to see this moving. It's like another crazy day in crypto. Another crazy day. That is true. So true. So, yeah. And then to get onto the topic of the live stream here, a troubled miner returns 26,000 rigs to eliminate debt. This is why we don't I tell people, do not fucking take loans out to build out during a bull market. This is an exact reason why. An exact reason. NY Dig to sell rigs to alleviate a $64.7 million outstanding debt. This is why, one, I'm not turning myself into a publicly traded company. Two, I'm not going to be sitting there and taking loans out just so that I can get rigs. That's speculative. If I'm going to take a loan out, it's going to be to put in some infrastructure, not for rigs. Why? Because I'm going to make sure that I got customers like you in the family mining. If I've got enough space for it, why not put you guys in that space as I DCA into my own, into the family mine's own personal farm? That is a better business model to try to be cash flow positive versus taking in an incredible amount of debt just to do it towards the end of the Ethereum mining era, right? These people, NY Dig is an Ethereum miner. Because their whole business model was based around Ethereum shooting to the fucking moon. Now they've taken on a $64 million debt, and they have to liquidate. Why? Because there's nothing right now that can handle 26,000 rigs. But it's not like they're not selling it to another mining facility. So don't think that it's not changing hands. They will still be online. I just don't know into what capacity at this point. So Stronghold Digital Mining, SDIG, announced that it plans to alleviate the outstanding debt and restructure its financial operation with an agreement with the lender in New York, a Digital Investment Group, NYDIG. I had it backwards. Sorry. So NYDIG is going to be purchasing the $64 million debt, basically, so that Stronghold Digital Mining can take over. So very interesting. So they're going to be getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know if any of this will actually hit the secondary market. We'll see. We'll see if the market gets flooded with ASICs and GPUs. Don't hold your breath, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. I wonder what they actually had in there. So there was will be over 1.4 exahash with a total power draw of 50 to 55 megawatts. Woo! Wow. And that's only 1,600 miners. So with the 2,600 rigs would be a total hash rate of 2.5 exahash, which would put them over a gigawatt worth of power. And this is only a portion of their farm. So these people still have more of a farm. So I wonder how big of a mining facility this truly is. Yeah. I'd almost have to dig into them a little bit more to see what kind of hash rate they have, and all that stuff too. Stronghold's restructuring and expansion also comes with an agreement with Whitehawk, which adds an additional 20 million available for borrowing. So they're going to add on more debt to grow out. Which, if they're smart, they're going to go into Bitcoin mining ASICs moving forward, liquidating, getting rid of some bad debt, getting rid of some rigs, take on some good debt to get into Bitcoin mining. If I was a betting man, that's how I would do it. If they're shitcoiners through and through, this is going to be the death of their company. So this company is teeter-tottering on how they're going to be doing everything. Wish them the best of luck, guys, for sure. Best of luck. Ouch. And despite the sell-offs and restructuring, could be a move in the right directions. Experts say that there's long-term profitability in crypto mining still, as long as they're into Bitcoin mining. After reaching its low in July, mining revenue reversed trajectory with a 68.6 increase in August. Recently, a New York judge approved a request from Celsius Network to include BTC mining in its refinancing effort post-bankruptcy. Yes, this is Celsius's mine. So, Stronghold Digital Mining seems to have ties. Just saying. Just saying, guys. Just saying. Very interesting. And with the last little thing on here before I get up out of here, anybody remember a ASIC mining company called Canaan? Executives say opportunity outweighs crisis as Bitcoin miners struggle with shrinking profits. This guy is still mega profitable. As they say, it's more profitable to sell the shovel and the pickaxe than it is to be the gold miner. The people who made the biggest money during California's gold rush were those people selling the shovel and the pickaxe. Period. The fucking gold miners killed themselves trying to mine gold, and the shovels and the pickaxes still got sold and resold and resold. It was a landslide as long as you sold the tool. Cannon is the same tool. We are the miners. As we get screwed over by a particular coin like Ethereum, we're left with hardware. If Nvidia is just going, woohoo, we sold it. That was the shovel and the pickaxe being sold to us. Pakistan understands that they're shovels and pickaxes. That's why they're taxing their people as it being a shovel and a pickaxe, because the government's going to make money on that shovel and pickaxe. They understand that only people that make money when you're mining are the people selling the shovels and the pickaxes. 2022, he's recognized as a hard year for the crypto market in the whole. But he has just been selling equipment even in the down market, guys. So he's sitting here still developing. He's still moving forward. Even though there's a ban in China for mining, he's still developing. Why? Because Cannon moved their mine outside of China. They're compliant. They're not mining in China. They have 3 different locations. So they maybe consolidated one of them? Come on. That's all they did. They just played, 3-card Monty and moved everything around, and they're compliant. Their bulk of the manufacturing of ASICs is not outlawed in China. It's just they don't want to use any of their electrical grid on it, which people are still mining there. It's just, they're not big outfits anymore. Big deal. So they've pushed it out to other areas which are going to be more crypto friendly. But Cannon makes ASICs for themselves. And as they make a batch of ASICs, they give the public the ability to be able to buy some of their ASICs as it becomes available. Great business model. It's the same thing with, like Ferrari making race cars. Ferrari sells Ferraris so that their race team has an unlimited budget. So if you think about it, Cannon sells ASICs so that they can have an unlimited budget for their farm. Same principle. So great business model. I'll give it up to them. But he's going to understand the shrinking profits because he survives on Bitcoin mining also. So don't worry if you're thinking that, hey, as a small-time miner, I'm getting muscled out of the market here. Everyone is feeling the pain from the mining point of view. So if you want to get into the selling the shovels and the pickaxes, you're always going to sit there and feel the market tension. Even if you're a long-term hodler where you're just DCAing in, dollar cost averaging into your portfolio. Doesn't matter whether you're buying stocks, cryptocurrency, gold, property. You're buying in and you're watching the value drop. You either need to make the decision that you're looking at it as a opportunity to get more and the market is giving you a coupon, or you can liquidate what you have, try to figure out how to retain the value where it's at so you don't lose any value below where you're at, or you have to deal with the market volatility. Myself, I use this time as a time to build out. This is a coupon, guys, to me. I'm not telling you what to do, it's just what I'm doing. Yo, welcome back, Crypto Buddy. What up? So it has been about an hour. I'm figuring that I'm going to sit there and I'm going to hop up off here, guys. Definitely smash that Lizzy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. If you guys got any comments or questions, now is the time to ask away. I know, right, Chump? Yeah, super interesting. Super, super, super interesting stuff. Especially watching somebody like liquidate part of their farm. Hey, what's up, Rude? Hi. You're hopping in right when I'm about to take off here, guys. In the chat, I need feedback from all of you guys right now. I need something from you guys. It's super simple, super simple. What time frame would you like me to do my live streams? Do you like me to do it at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, which would have been an hour ago? Do you like the idea that I started up my live stream an hour ago? Do you prefer me to start my live stream up like now? For me, it'd be 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. Or would you like me to do it 1 hour later, which would be 4 p.m. Central Standard Time for me? It's like I'd like to have it where make sure all of you guys, it's a good time for me to do a live stream that all of you will have the ability to be able to listen to it, you know, and it's not going to disturb your day. He's like, now. So we got one vote for Rude goes, hey, I'd like the stream to start at this time. So that would be 3 p.m. Central Standard Time for me. Does everybody else agree that I should have started it now and not an hour ago? So you're voting for 1 hour later. MC's like, I'm down for whatever. We got one that's like, doesn't mind. We got one person for being 1 hour later. Gives you a little bit of later time for being on the East Coast. I get that. Come on, everybody, man. We got 2 people ringing in here, or 3 people. We got a couple more people. When would you like me to do my live streams? Would you like me to do it at the time I started? Which we got 2 people saying, no, you should have started a little bit later. So, would you want me to start my live streams now at this time, or 1 hour later from where I'm at for where we're at right now? It's like MC, no, man, I'm on West Coast. No matter what, it's gonna be early. We got 2 people 1 hour from now. So Bedella's 1 hour from now. That one guy, Oz, is 1 hour from now. Rude is like now. Techman's like, I'm at work either way, so I'm just listening to you in the pocket. Well, thank you, Techman, for listening to me while you're at work. Hopefully you don't get in any trouble. I appreciate it. Much love, much love. So we got 2 for 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Later is no problem. So now we got 3 people. Okay, you got it. So from this point on, I'm gonna do the live streams at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, so tomorrow I'll do a live stream at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time because you guys asked. I stay in trouble. Operational help, brother. All right, cool. I'll do it 1 hour. I'll do it 2 hours later than where I started. It's like not sooner. Yep. All right, cool. So I will do it at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, just because you guys asked. Asked it to be a little bit later. Not a problem. Not a problem. So that helps me out. This way I know what you guys like. So I will start doing that, guys. And then if you guys would like, hold on here. Real quick. And so let's click on it. Here we go. And El Cape. And if you guys get into any kind of gaming or whatnot, yo, guys, this is my my other YouTube channel. It's my side channel for here. So it's Crypto and Hot Rods Gaming. So if you like to sit there chit chat crypto shit while I'm gaming, you get into watching people game and chit chatting with guys, check it out up over there. Otherwise, I'm also on Twitch. Let's see if I've got that link too. There we go. Bam. And copy. And pick. So that's my Twitch channel. So if you guys get into any kind of gaming, so if you like gaming on YouTube, if you watch your gaming content on YouTube or on Twitch, I'm on both. I'll be sitting there doing some gaming today. I do a lot of sim racing stuff. So if you like to see like some really good sim racing, come on by, have some fireside chat with me. AMA pretty much at that point. So if you like to sit there and just ask me questions about this, that, and the other, pick my brain a little bit, that is a perfect platform to do it on. No Minecraft. I am not a Minecraft guy. I cannot get into that game. No matter how much I fucking have tried to play a little bit of it, no. I will play first person shooters and lots of racing games. Hence, the crypto and hot rods thing. I like hot rods. I love hot rods. Did I say that I love hot rods? I have a 74 Chevelle. I love hot rods. So if you guys get into that, it's a little bit more laid back on the gaming side of it. I don't do any kind of politic talk over there in any way, shape, or form. It's just good, laid back fun. Ask me some questions, No, I don't, Rude. I do not play Leisure Suit Larry over there. No. Play Rust. I have not played Rust. I've looked at it. I've never played it though. It looked interesting for like an open forum builder style game. Yeah. I saw some of that. I was like, really? Rust, play, and earn Nexa. Hey, that's not too bad. It's 30 euros for the game. Yeah. It's like, I need to try Rust. Like, I think the trick is to get 10 people together. I've looked at Rust. I've never played it, though. Maybe. I'm not, like... The builder game that I like is Fallout. Okay, I like the post-apocalyptic style game. If I'm gonna fucking do a builder game, I want it to be fucking Zombieland, god damn it. You know, or something of the sort. Okay? Fallout is that perfect platform to just epic build, slaughter mutants. It's got everything that I like. I think I had better luck mining solo. My cousin's big on that one too. 7 Days to Die. That's just like if you like playing horde games. I might be able to get pants if I had 9 people defending me. Just fucking put a leaf on it and go. Oh god, that's too funny, Tech Man. So if you guys like the like some gaming content, definitely check me out up over there. It's like making people laugh for the win. Hey, that's what it's all about, right? Gotta have a good time, because if you're not having a good time, then why fucking do it, really? I'm just saying, if you cannot have a good time, don't do it. If everybody's all serious all the time, it might not be a good place. I can't do serious. So, I'll probably be getting ready to do some gaming on my side channel. So if you guys want to get check that stuff out, yeah, check me out up over there. We'll have a good time. We'll have some corny jokes and stuff like that, all that good stuff, guys. Definitely smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe if you're new here, hit the bell notification so that you know whenever I drop these awesome videos, especially when I start dropping these videos at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, because all of you guys are rated F for fucking awesome. And with that, I'll definitely see you all on the next one. Peace out. And of course, stay savage. Yo.